Good evening. I am the MMO researcher. MMOs like to add classes. These classes give your player base a set playstyle. I like to call these classes restrictions. Although I can't really blame any dev team that would go this route. The less restrictions you have, the harder it is to make a properly balanced game. However, what if the restrictions themselves were a game mechanic? A good example is you will be able to learn every single skill in the game, but then it takes more time to train them all. A good example of this is called Mapinarchy. They made it to where their player base could learn every single skill in their game. However, the players would have to level every single skill that they acquire. Doing this made it to where the players could actually come up with unique combinations for PvE and PvP. Let's make a good example. You learn a skill called Jab, which by definition means to poke someone or something roughly or quickly. By default, you're thinking of warriors, rangers, and even rogues. However, why only those three? Why can't a mage jab with a staff? Granted, this type of skill would be melee based, so it would focus more on strength rather than intelligence or wisdom. And of course, blades and other type of weapons would do a lot more better than a staff would. Still, why should we limit this? The mage could have this skill leveled or even customized to where the jab could do something more. Apply a poison, apply a debuff, a spell effect combination, a jab, then a fire blast or knockback could be a good combat effect. Or even customize the skill itself to auto-cast any magic the mage chooses. Let's not limit our players' creativity. Players should be able to get stronger in everything. Skills should be able to increase the more you use them. This should not be limited just to life skills. Combat, support, and magic. Everything should get better for our players the more they play. If you use automation to help characters level their skills, then a slight reduction should be applied. The reason we would have this option is for when our player base gets busy with real life, or even if they just want to work on their character while they sleep. This would be a good option to allow your player base to continue to progress their character. Now, what if we also allow our players to create their own skills? Allow them to add effects that can be researched through the use of alchemy or other life skill related content, or even researching monsters in the world to see how they use the skills and how they actively fight in combat. Turn research into a market so non-life skillers can purchase plans or modifiers from the life skillers. When making a skill, in order to prevent it from becoming too overpowered, we must add a cost. This could be something as simple as energy or MP. We can add item usage requirements. We can limit usage or even just add all three. A good method is to make everything customizable about the skill. What type of attack? Close, mid, long range? Is it an AoE? Is it restricted to certain weapon types? How much damage should this do? What stats should the damage be based off of? Animations to even match the customizations should also be something to consider. Of course, the stronger the skill, the higher the cost should be. However, we should also make it to where if a player chooses to dampen the power of the skill, it should cost even less to use or be able to use it more often. We shouldn't limit the imagination of our players. We should only fine-tune the game mechanics to make things even better for them. The issue with this route is I can see a large amount of development time. So in the next video, we're going to go more into crafting and life skills. So comment below. I'd like to hear more of your ideas so I can fine-tune and make these methods better for our future MMOs. Stay strong out there.